Something is quietly building in NASCAR right now, and most people haven't fully caught on to what it means yet. This isn't just one story, it's two connected developments happening at the same time, both revolving around one of the most polarizing figures to step into stock car racing in recent memory. There's been pushback, there's been opportunity, and there have been a lot of eyes watching every single move. And just when it seemed like the door might be closing, something shifted that could change the entire direction of this story. Cletus McFarland, real name Garrett Mitchell, has officially been approved by NASCAR to compete in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series at Nashville Superspeedway on May 30th. He will be back behind the wheel of the number 33 car for Richard Childress Racing. That alone is a significant development, but the road to Nashville was anything but straightforward. His series debut at Rockingham Speedway was rough by any honest standard. He spun out multiple times, fell laps down, and finished 32nd in the field. But here's the thing that actually matters: he finished. He didn't park the car, didn't walk away, didn't disappear when things got difficult. That says something real about his mentality, even if the results weren't there. Richard Childress Racing had originally planned to enter him at Talladega Superspeedway, and NASCAR flat out denied that request. That decision tells you exactly how NASCAR is approaching this whole situation. They are not handing him anything. They are carefully controlling where he races, how he develops, and making sure every step is intentional. Talladega is high-speed, high-risk pack racing at its most chaotic, and with limited experience, putting him there would have been irresponsible for everyone involved. Nashville is a completely different challenge. It's a technical intermediate track where tire management, line choice, and discipline are everything. NASCAR made the smarter call, and that matters. Cletus has acknowledged what this opportunity demands. He's committed to extensive training with Richard Childress Racing, putting in real simulator hours, and working to sharpen the fundamentals. He even openly said he needs to work on turning left, which might sound simple, but it actually shows self-awareness that a lot of drivers in his position wouldn't publicly admit. He knows the gap between where he is and where he needs to be, and he's not pretending otherwise. Nashville in late May is no easy assignment. The heat makes the track slick, grip levels drop dramatically over a full run, and the margin for error is tight. Qualifying position matters, pit strategy becomes critical, and any mistake in traffic can cost you multiple positions instantly. This is a race where raw talent won't be enough. Experience, patience, and racecraft are what separate drivers who survive from drivers who struggle. For Cletus, this is genuinely one of the toughest environments he could be placed in at this stage of his development. The fan base is honestly divided on this, and both sides have a legitimate point. On one side, there are drivers who have spent years grinding through ARCA and the Truck Series, barely scraping together opportunities, watching someone with a YouTube audience get a seat at Richard Childress Racing this quickly. That frustration is completely valid and shouldn't be dismissed. On the other side, Cletus is bringing genuine attention to the sport. He draws views, he creates conversation, and he puts new eyes on NASCAR at a time when the sport is always looking for ways to grow. Richard Childress Racing clearly sees value in that combination of audience and potential. Something that people who have watched him closely are starting to notice is that Cletus actually has real car control underneath the rough edges. He's had spins, yes, but he's also saved cars in moments where most inexperienced drivers would have put it straight into the wall. That's not nothing. That's a raw instinct that can be developed. The problem is that instinct and racecraft are two completely different things, and Nashville is where we find out which one shows up. This isn't just about one driver running one race. It's a bigger question about what NASCAR is willing to become and who it's willing to embrace. Can a YouTube personality climb the ladder and earn genuine respect in one of the most competitive motorsport environments in the world? Can a team like Richard Childress Racing develop someone who came from an entirely different world and turn them into a real competitor? Those questions don't get answered at one race, but Nashville is where the answers start to take shape. The honest truth is this: NASCAR is handling the Cletus McFarland situation better than most people are giving them credit for. Denying Talladega and approving Nashville shows a level of development thinking that protects both the driver and the integrity of the racing. If he improves at Nashville, even modestly, the door opens wider. If he struggles again, the pressure from the skeptics is going to become very loud very fast. Either way, everyone is going to be watching, and that itself tells you something about how significant this moment actually is. Here's something that will genuinely surprise you. The number 33 car that Cletus McFarland is driving for Richard Childress Racing carries a history that most fans don't know. Richard Childress himself wore that same number when he raced as a driver in NASCAR before stepping away to build one of the most successful team ownership careers in the sport's history. The same number that helped launch a legendary legacy is now being handed to a YouTube creator trying to prove he belongs. Whether that ends up being a footnote or a full chapter in NASCAR history entirely depends on what happens next.